And boom, major news. Cederian Morgan just commit to the Alabama Crimson Tide. The 5-star out of Alexander City, Alabama, has committed to the Crimson Tide. The 6'4" wide receiver. Man, this is a major pickup for the Alabama Crimson Tide, man. Coach Sean, how does Cederian Morgan help the Alabama Crimson Tide?
Man, I feel like he helps them greatly. We need those kind of receivers in the locker room. You need a good collection of speed, a good collection of physical receivers, good collection of guys that can go up and get the ball, especially in the red zone. Anybody that can beat one-on-one matchups, man, you need all different kinds of guys. And Cederian CD definitely is that. Great body control, man. Great ball skills. This kid can find the ball, find a BB in the dark, man. This kid is great. His yak after he catches the ball is absolutely awesome. I think his strong point is high point in the football. If you throw it up there, this kid going to go get it. Love having this kid with great size, great athletic ability, humble kid, and I cannot wait to get this kid into the locker room and get him on the roster. And he's going to do big things. Shout out to him and his family.
Coach Carl, how you feel about it?
Hey man, I feel just like Coach Sean just said, Brinsky. I 150% agree with Coach Sean. CD is the type of kid, man, that you want on your team, that you want in your locker room, because he come from humble beginnings. You probably don't have a whole lot like a lot of kids do, but he come from a place where he got the grind. He didn't get their 5-star status by somebody just showing up at camps and someone giving it to him because of his size and his athletic ability. I like the fact that he's a 70-30 type of kid. A lot of folks say 50-50 ball, but with CD, it's more like 70-30 type of ball. You throw it up, he gonna basically go get it. I haven't seen too many people right now in high school that he done played against that actually out jumped him. Like kind of in high school right now, it's like 100 to 0 because you put it in the range and up high, he go gets it, and ain't nobody jumping up there with him. So, and more like in college, it's be more like I think in college it'd be more like 70-30 type of ball because a lot of the corners now are still small. But we know Alabama getting those 6'4", 6'3" corners to try to match the length that they bring in their wide receiver. So having CD at wide receiver, man, now you got another third down wide receiver. You got another first and 10 wide receiver. You got another deep threat wide receiver. May not be as fast as most of the guys you have on their roster, but he do have a certain quickness about himself that if you trying to press him, you're not gonna be able to press him because he's big and strong. And then once you get out that press, it's all track star like that mentality. Then you're gonna have to chase him. So I like that. I like the ability where he can get off block. I like the ability he can block, set the edge on run plays. You can move it in and out. You can put him in the slot. You can put him at tight end. You can put him on the outside of X or the Y. You put him in the Z's. I mean, you can put him any way you want on the field, and he still could be productive because he got that jumping ability. So I think it's a home run hit for the University of Alabama. Like Coach Sean said, they mixed with all the other talents that they have, speed guys, slot guys, and now we got a big body go up and get it in the red zone type of guy. You can't beat it, man. You don't really need a tight end now. You don't need a 5-star tight end now when you got CD Moore coming to the University of Alabama. You get a switch armor nice like you get in EJ Coyle. So you got an EJ and you got a CD. 2 switch armor knife. As you can do anything you can with it. So
Coach Al, how you feel about this big time signing by the Alabama Crimson Tide?
The coaches are all over it as usual. Brinsky. I mean, these guys are killing it as always. But I'm gonna sum it up in one word when I see a guy like that. Playmaker. Think Michael Irvin. Okay. And that's what I love. I love to see a guy that's a straight up playmaker. You can't guard me. He has that type of mentality. But if you watch his interviews, man, I love to hear this young man talk.
Yeah.
He don't seem like he one of those guys that's so full of himself when everybody been telling him you good since you were 7 years old. He don't come across that way. He's ready to come in and work. Home run hitter, Swiss Army knife, all the adjectives, all the superlatives of the coaches. I'm just happy for him that he coming in and be built by Bama. But playmaker, think Michael Irvin. You got something.
Facts.
Dez Bryant, X-Men.
Dez Bryant, yeah. 100%.
He may not be as fast as Michael, but I think he's faster than Dez. And Dez played a lot of years in the NFL, and he was a star player at just being the X-Man. You know, he called himself the X-Man because you couldn't guard him at there with that size, that quickness about him, that strength he had. You couldn't guard him at the X. So I mean, Michael Irvin, playmaker, X-Man. I mean, what did you want to call him? Baby
Great red zone
Megatron.
target, great red zone target, good, moving the chains converted. But here's the thing I like about him as well. He's also a move guy, which means that you can move him around behind the line of scrimmage and put him in space. And now you got a big guy like that running in the secondary. The complementary pieces around him, you could feature him. And with Grubb there, he knows how to scheme a guy like that open. No limits.
That's facts, man. This kid, his SAQ, as we call it, speed, agility, quickness, is great to be 6'4". To be 6'4" and to be that, this is not a 6'4", 170-pound kid. This is a 6'4", 210-pound kid, man. Right. And to have suddenness that this kid got to be that big on the release, the sky's the limit for that young man.
No limits.
Yeah, man. So
and he played basketball.
Oh yeah, man, and track. That's what I said, man. He does it all.
High
man.
jump,
So
he was high jump.
Definitely. See, man, he just does it all, man. He's gonna be major for Alabama, man. I can't wait to see. And just final thoughts from y'all. Y'all have any final thoughts about this signing with him coming to Alabama?
I believe Alabama is really, really, really laying their stake down to let people know, give us some time. Give us some time to get the people that we know fit our system. I think CD is just another peg in a huge puzzle that's being put together right now. You look, just like Coach Carl said, you look at EJ Crowell, you look at the kids these guys are bringing in. Don't forget last year on the defensive side of the ball with Duke Johnson and Luke Mertz, all these great kids that they're bringing in. Now you add into the offense, you add more and more weapons, and I really enjoy what they're doing, man. I cannot say enough about that staff. Big shout out to the staff at the University of Alabama and big staff to CD and his family.
Yeah, I say the same thing, Brinsky, man. I really, really appreciate the fact that last year we got a few kids out of the state of Alabama, but this year the state of Alabama more focused. The state of Georgia was more focused. The state of Mississippi more focused. Louisiana, Florida, more focused. Like we're going inside the Southeast, and they're building the team now inside of the Southeast with a mixture of everybody else around it. So you're getting all the Southeastern kids, and then you're putting the California speed, the California brilliance with them. You're putting some of that Midwest toughness with these guys. Now when you bring in these smart kids from California, not saying our kids are not smart, but the education over here is a little bit behind the education over there. So they're a little bit more faster than us intellectual wise. Then you bring those guys in and mix with us, then they're still talented out there in the East Coast, still talented on the West Coast. Then they bring them down south to get some of this country tang, country swing, with this country strength, and you mixing all that stuff together, man. And then now you still have the program that we was used to. Like they getting back to the roots of what made Alabama dominate again. You mixing this country guys with those city guys. The hard-nosed guy that don't have much as those guys from the West Coast having a lot. You're mixing all that stuff together. You're getting all these different breeds of people, man, and it's making Alabama that team that we've been dying to have the last 3 or 4 years. That was falling off a little bit on the Coach Saban because of the NIL thing that Coach Saban really didn't want to deal with. Now that the revenue sharing come in, we don't even have to worry about gassing a whole lot of money at these kids because now these kids want to stay home. And when you get the top 2 players in your own state that don't leave your state, that set precedence for what your state is going to be about in the next few years. And then we look around and we mess with, I'm going to say look around, but we look around and get Tank Jones. Then we still got our number four player. So we got number 1, number 2, and number 4 player currently in the state of Alabama. We on the trend, man, and I like the way we locking down the state of Alabama like we did before. Kulo to the staff, like Coach Sean said. Kulo to the players. Kulo to their parents and their coaches, the people that mentor them because they putting these kids in the right position to be successful.
Facts.
Well said, Coach Al.
Yeah. Just in a very short time, DeBoer has come in and completely changed the culture. And I tell you what, just like the article I was sending you guys, The evidence is pretty clear. He had 0 transfers into the portal. These guys are buying into what he's selling. And
Right.
also, he's put the right chemistry together on the staff. And on top of that, in the entire building. So, Coach Carl, you brought kids to the campus, man, and stuff like that. When they come in the building, okay, the coaches will get with the kids, right? And everything. But what if they got somebody with them? Okay, and the coach is selling you one thing, then the people that you bring with you, they seeing what's in the building. If you see something else, and you come back out, your kid come back out, say, Coach told me this, Coach told me that. But you didn't see this.
Facts.
What I saw. Okay. Now everybody in the building is bought in to the new culture, man. And I'm just telling you, I think the chemistry's building. That's why you're seeing these guys stay home, because these high school coaches come up to these clinics. They're seeing the building from top to bottom, the staff, the support staff, everybody, man. You know, we're seeing something happen here with what the board is doing. Just like we were saying, let's just call it the culture versus the process. How about that?
Facts.
Like Brinsky, like Coach Al alluding to, is like one of my players, right? We took 7 players to the University of Alabama. One of my players said it this morning on Piano Channel.
That's right.
He said the culture of Alabama is player-led culture. Those kids walked in the building, saw those guys practicing and performing, and they wanted to suit up to play for Alabama. And right there at that moment, it's like the vibe in Alabama is so potent that everybody walks inside that building just want to go grab cleats and gloves and put them on and go out there and play for them. Like they just want to go play for them right now. They love that environment so much, man. Like when we was up there, it was 7 or 8 5-star kids up there. The old kids like, man, I can't wait to get up in here. Man, I can't wait to get in here. Like they were so happy to be there and just couldn't wait to be a part of that environment. So the environment that they sitting right now, I'm telling you, man, I've been there with Nick Saban. The environment that they sitting right now is better. And Nick Saban, the GOAT. But Nick Saban was a coach that he led on structure. He was the voice of the program. Now the kids are the voice of the program. You see James Smith, Quay Russell, Ty Simpson. Those guys are leading the program. And Kalen DeBoer saying back like, y'all do y'all thing, but if around and find out, you know what I'm saying? Like you mess up, you're gonna come see me. But I'm telling you, I love it. He ain't soft. Everybody talk about how soft the boy is. The boy is not soft. The boy know what he's doing.
Yeah,
that's why, man. I believe we're in some real special times with the Tide, man. Hopefully, see all these things that we seeing in recruiting can translate to the field. So that's really just the only thing that needs to be topped off for it to really be like this is Alabama and nobody's going to compete with us. But appreciate everybody coming over here for the short time supporting. Definitely shout out to Cederian and his family. Congratulations to him, man, and praying that we get Tank Jones up in here. But the next person that's coming have his commitment Saturday is Jair Edwards. So man, we need him too at that safety position, another 5-star. So let's keep it rolling. And y'all already know. Roll damn Tide.
Roll damn
CD,
Tide.
come and be great, brother. Come on in and be great.